are so many vibe coding platforms that will create a decent enough website and application for you, but then you are left figuring out deployment configurations, hosting, domains, environment configurations, and so much more. Now, when AI is doing so well, why would we want it to create just the code? And why can't it just take care of everything else for us? Why not some integrations like user management, payment, database? Why do I have to worry about all of this? Even if I am a technical person or a not technical person, I want AI to create a end usable product for me and not just write some code, right? That is when I came across Hostinger Horizons. And I was very pleasantly surprised because I have used Hostinger only for domains. I had personally used it only for that. But this really surprised me. So today I'm going to put it on a test and I'm going to show you how easy it is to create a end usable product and not just some code. Okay, so it's not just vibe coding, it is creating a end usable product using Hostinger Horizons. Let's get started. I'm at Hostinger right now and we are going to be checking out Hostinger Horizons, where we are going to build the website and launch it also. But they also have a lot of other services. So you can see VPS, hosting and all of that. So see, Horizons again is going to take care of hosting as well, right? So building and launching the websites. But in case you're looking for a private server where you need a lot of custom configurations, then they have a VPS product also, which we can check out, which is definitely really awesome. So, but for now, let's get started with Horizons. And here you can see we should be able to publish it with one click. So let's go from idea to website in minutes. So we are going to start building now. And here I can add prompt and I can also add a reference image. So if I want to create a site which is similar to some other site, maybe a cafe, then I can just take a screenshot, put an image over here and it is going to take that as a reference. Of course, microphone is also enabled and they have a lot of pre-made templates which are actually really nice. I've checked them out and these are really good. So these are templates that you can check them out. But for now, let's start testing the prompting. How is it doing? So here I have created a prompt and what I've given is I want to create a Keerti Coffee Bazaar or KCB, and I've mentioned the pages that I'm looking for: home, menu, product details and everything. The menu items that I'm looking for, the features that I want, right? So I want search, category filters, add to cart, the quantity update and everything, right? So even coupon input, I have given everything, the UI field that I want, and of course I want to be able to integrate with DB very easily. So let's get started and let's test it out. So it has started and it is giving some tips also. It keeps changing, I think, the tips, so you can check them out. It's asking a couple of quick questions. So it's asking that do we want the payments right now with Stripe, which should be very easy to integrate. But for now, let's do it without payment processing. Can we do that through the app with Stripe, or is this more of an ordering system without actual payments? Let's get started with this and then we can of course make it more complex, right? So I just want to get started as soon as possible. So that's why I'm going to do this right now. And let the guest order as guests, like the customers, they can be guests also. We can also have like login properly in place and we can do that later as well. But for now, let's get started. So it is saying that we can check out the details. We have to start connecting to Supabase, right? So Supabase is for database, which is actually very cool. So it is telling what we have to do is we have to go to integrations, which is in the top right corner. So here I can see integrations. And this is what I was talking about. This is what I was looking forward to. See, Supabase is for data storage, signups, logins and all of that. So that is definitely possible. Now, when it comes to online store, right? Any store that I want, even if it is for courses or e-commerce like Amazon, anything at all, I definitely need an admin panel also, right? So I don't have to explicitly tell that I'm looking from like user perspective, but also from the admin perspective. So both are taken care so easily. Online store is going to take care of the products, the orders, the payments and built-in admin panel. So that is really impressive. Analytics is going to be taken care of. And as I was telling you, integrating Stripe is also very easy over here, right? So there's a guide for that as well. So integrations is extremely easy and it is giving me stepwise what I'm supposed to do. So after clicking integrations, it is telling that you have to connect to Supabase. So I think I already have a Supabase project. I'm just going to connect to it. You can of course create a new one and connect to that. That is also okay. And we have to create a project and it's just going to say, okay, it is connected and it is creating Keerti Coffee Bazaar web app. So it's going to take some time, I think, for the pages, features, admin dashboard, everything. So let's give it a minute. It is done. It took obviously a bit, but this is looking really promising. So let's check it out. So here we can see it created the home, menu, product details and all of that. I really liked it. It is also telling that it can add additional features like email notifications, customization options and all of that. And it also fixed some errors, but all right, let's get started. So here I am in the preview section, right? I can also edit the content, which is nice because in most of the whiteboarding platforms that I've used so far, what we have to do is keep giving in the prompts and it sometimes misses what we have to do. So I like this. This is more like for non-technical people also. This is more of a like, you know, drag and drop option kind of thing. Not exactly drag and drop, but editing it over here itself is actually decent. I hope you're understanding what I'm trying to say. This is cool. And I can also check out the entire code, right? So I can see the source code. I should be able to edit, so you can see that I can select any file to edit. So if you're a technical person, of course, this is obviously nice, right? So you can see all the pages, the contents, the UI. So I can see there is separate UI. So I liked how, like, you know, structured it is, and it is nice. So let's preview it first and let's see how it is looking. And also the preview option is for mobile view also. So I can see the mobile view looks like this. Okay, let's go back. I think I pressed something by mistake. I can go back, so it's not like it's lost, right? So I should be able to edit the website and see and everything. So let's see. I think I pressed back by mistake. Sorry, guys. So that is nice that nothing was lost, right? So also we can see mobile view. So I have a big name, Keerti Coffee Bazaar. We should probably call it just KCB or something like that. And mobile view is fine. Okay, so this is the desktop view. And I can also check it out on full screen, of course, right? And I should be able to edit it. Should we edit something? Maybe I will just call this as KCP. Okay, so this is easy to use. I'm just going to save it. Also for images, there's an option to change the images also. So that is also nice. I can change these text as well. Order tracking, everything is fine, right? So let's check out the integration. So if I go to online store, I should be able to connect as well. So let's check this out. So you can see I'm saying connect my online store, right? So as I was saying, I just don't want the code, just the user perspective, but also the end-to-end usable product, right? So right now I'm connecting the admin panel so that I can use it as it is. I can actually place the orders, see my orders, see the users, everything. So let's check it out. So it is done. The online store is integrated, and what is connected, we can see product list, product details, shopping cart, online store payment processing, order success page. So there's a lot that has happened. Let's check it out. So if we go to the integrations, if we go to the online store, so we can see over here, right? So if I go to the orders right now, let's see what's there. I can see, of course, there are no orders right now, right? Because we have not done anything, and we should be able to check out the product. So they have added some simple products right now. I think these are the basics that they have done, and there are categories, right? But we should also be able to add a new product or import products. So let's try adding a product maybe. So there are physical products, digital products, service and so on. So let's add a physical product, and I can add an image and so on. So let's try uploading an image and let's see what happens. I added a simple coffee image, and what it is doing is, by default, it is adding the details, right? So here in this image, it's my mistake that I've added more beans in the coffee itself. So that's why it is saying premium coffee beans. So that, of course, is an AI thing, right? So in the starting itself, it said that keep it as precise as possible. And this can also be misleading for users, right? So as someone who is creating such products, you should keep these things in mind, that the images should be as precise as possible. So let me just quickly take another image and let me show you that how it is going to generate all the details itself. So this is actually impressive that it is generating the title, subtitle, the description. So we don't have to really worry about it so much. It is also suggesting a price and so on, right? And we can add all the details over here itself. So let me quickly add another image now. So I'm going to delete this one, add a new one. So here you can see this is a classic cappuccino, rich espresso with creamy froth. So I like the description, subtitle, everything is decent, right? So let's save it. So you can of course deal with products over here, and we can see that there are no orders. We can also generate the discount codes, the customers. So right now I am obviously not seeing anything. So let's go to the user and let's see, right? So now if I make the change, if I place an order, I should be able to see in the online store. So it should be basically a usable product for me, right? So let's see. I'm going back from the integrations. I'm going to go to full screen. I'm going to explore the menu. And here I can see the product that I just added, right? Of course, the rest of the things we can remove, but we are just testing right now. So I'm going to add to the cart. There is cart over here, and I'm going to proceed to checkout. And let's see what's going to happen now. So it's asking me for details. Let me just quickly fill some details. And I just placed an order, right? So that is from the site itself. And now let's go back to our integrations. Let's go to the online store. Let's see if there are any orders. In fact, I just got a notification on my watch also that I received a mail that there was an order placed, right? And here I can see in the order, it is not paid, it is not fulfilled. And here see, I can also do the filtering so nicely as someone who runs a startup, right? So I have a lot of people who enroll for the courses. So having such filters, creating like the product, the payment and all of this is actually very nice, that unfulfilled, unpaid, action needed. So if I place multiple orders, I should be able to see over here. I can export to CSV as well. I mean, it takes a lot of time to build these little features. And from the admin perspective, it is so great that all of these features are already there, right? So I want to place some more orders and show you the filtering is so easy and fast. So we can also do that, and I can change the product so that we get feel also. Also, one more cool thing. So if I go to customers, I can see that by default a customer was created. So these little things, that as soon as I place the order, the customer was also created because there's an email. Remember, it asked us in the starting that can the customers place an order as guests, but still it asked me the mail and it took the order for the user, right? So I did not say that login, password and all of that is needed, but at least I have all the emails. I can again export it. I can send marketing campaigns. And the analytics, everything is there. So it's actually very crazy that I have already started using the product, right? So let me place some more orders and let me show it to you how easy and fast it is. Now in the settings, you can again see all of this, right? So the invoices, the taxes, everything, you can set it up. It is ready to use product. So let's place some more orders and let's see. Let me place one more products. Let me add some more products and let me play around with it a bit more so that I can show it to you how cool it is. So I'm trying to add a sandwich also because it's a cafe. So there are going to be sandwiches as well. Let's see the description that it creates. So, okay, so there's a club sandwich and description and everything is fine. It's suggesting some pricing and can also track quantity, but I think this is good enough for now. So let's just save it. Okay, so it's calling it espresso. So this is also cool enough. And this is a South Indian filter coffee set. Okay, so not a set exactly, but okay, fine. So this is also fine, cool, right? So this is done, right? So I have added a few products. Now let's go to the user and let's try playing with it, right? So I'm going to go to full screen. I can see that there is one thing in the cart right now. I can also track my order. So you can see that there was an order that I placed, right? I should be able to track that as well. But for now, let's go back over here. So I can see in the menu and admin portal is also there, right? So I can also sign in as an admin. So that is also nice. So probably let's add a sandwich. I'm going to add just a sandwich. This is not my mail, guys, just something random, okay? So I think there is one bug that is there, that is already there in the cart, right? So I've placed some orders over here and let's check it out. So I can see unpaid, action needed and all of this. So what we are going to do is go over here and mark it as paid. And now let's see if the filter is working. So the filter is working, right? So if I go to all, it should be able to work, right? So here you can see paid, not paid. So these little things are working, which is great. And if I again see the customers, I should be able to see another customer that is added, and I can see the total spent as well. So great. Now I can see a publish button over here. So let's see what's going to happen. Don't worry, this can take a moment. Please wait. So it has given a temporary domain, and you should be actually be able to see it. So there is a domain over here, and can I view it from, incognito? Let's check it out if I can do that. So I've opened incognito, gone to this, so you can see, right? I can basically access it from anywhere. So I have a domain now. I can of course get a domain and host it properly, but I should be able to use it properly. So you can see menu. It's pretty cool, right? And when you go to publish, again, you can see the last published time. So I just published it. I can also connect a domain, right? So I can connect some domain that I've already bought, and I should be able to connect it very easily. So Hostinger, I really like it because end to end, right? So deployment is also taken care of. Everything is taken care of, the integrations and everything. So it's very easy. Everything is very easy. Now that you have seen the potential of Hostinger Horizons and you know how much can be done, guys, it's a request. Please get your hands dirty. Please try it out yourself to get the feel of it. And you will realize how many products you can build, how many projects you can work on. So please try it out. And if you check Hostinger, all their pricing is mentioned very nicely for all the products over here. I have added the link in the description, and a very good news for you. Very easy to access, plus you will get an additional 10% off if you use the coupon code Keerti. So please check out the link in the description. So if you see Horizons, they of course have different plans, and of course if you take a bigger subscription, you're going to get better value, right? And I would recommend a starter one if you're just getting started, because just using this, you will be able to create up to 25 websites, and their customer support is awesome. You will get a free domain for 1 year. But of course, if you are very serious, you can check out these plans. You'll be able to build 50 websites, and you'll get early access to the new features. And as I was saying earlier also, see, Horizons will of course help you launch the site as well. But if you're serious and if you're looking for more custom configurations, if you're looking for a deeper root access while launching your site, check out VPS, again very famous, and their most popular plan is the KVM2 plan. This is the one that I also use. They have 2 CPU cores, 8 GB RAM, 100 GB disk space, 8 TB bandwidth. Check out these plans. I would recommend this one. So this brings us to the end of the video. Check out Hostinger Horizons and Hostinger VPS, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions. If you would like me to cover another tutorial on VPS, or if you would like me to create any other product using Hostinger Horizons or VPS. And see you next time, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe, and thank you so much for being here. See you. Bye.